Gallop apace, you fiery-footed steeds, and bring in cloudy night immediately. Spread thy close curtain, love-performing night, that runaway eyes may wink, and Romeo leap to these arms unthought of and unseen. Lovers concede to do their amorous rites by their own beauties. Or if love be blind, it best agrees with night. Come, civil knights, thou sober-suited matron all in black, and learn me how to lose a winning match. Played for a pair of stainless maidenhoods. Put my unmanned blood bating in my cheeks with thy black mantle, till strange love grow bold. Come, gentle knight, thou loving black-browed knight, give me my Romeo. And when he shall die, take him and cut him out into little stars, and he will make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with night and pay no worship to the garish sun. Oh, I have brought the mansion of love, but not possessed it. And though I am sold, not yet enjoyed. So tedious is this day, as is the night before some festival to an impatient child that hath new robes and may not wear them. Oh, here comes my nurse. Oh, honey nurse, what news? What is thou there? The cords that Romeo bid thee fetch.
Aye, bring the cords.
He wants news. Why dost thou wring my hands?
He's dead. He's dead. We are undone, lady, we are undone. He's gone, he's killed, he's dead.
In heaven be so envious.
Romeo can, though heaven cannot. Romeo would have thought it. Romeo.
Devil art thou to torment me thus? His torture should be wrought in dismal hell. Hath Romeo slain himself? Say thou but I, and that bare foul eye shall poison more than the death-darting eye of the cockatrice. If he be slain, say I, or if not, no.
I saw the wound. I saw it with mine eyes. A godly mark here on his manly breast. A piteous corpse. A bloody, piteous corpse, pale. Pale as ashes and all bedaubed in blood. All in gore and blood, I swooned at the sight.
Oh, break my heart. Poor bankrupt, break at once. The prison eyes nail upon liberty. I on earth. The earth resign end motion here. And thou and Romeo rest one heavy bier.
Oh, Tybalt. Tybalt, the best friend I ever had. Courteous Tybalt, honest gentleman. To think I should live to see thee dead.
What storm is this that blows so contrary? Is Romeo slaughtered and is Tybalt dead? My dearest cousin and my dearer lord. Then dreadful trumpets sound the general doom, for who is living if those two are gone?
Tybalt is gone, and Romeo banished. Romeo that killed him, he is banished.
Oh God! Is Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood?
Aye, it did.
Serpent heart, hid with a flowering face, did ever dragon keep so fair a cave? Beautiful tyrant, fiend, angelical! Was ever book containing such vile matters so fairly bound? Oh, the deceit should dwell in such a gorgeous palace!
There's no trust, no honesty, no faith in men. All purged, all forsworn, all naught, all dissemblers. These griefs, these woes, these sorrows make me old. Shame come to Romeo.
Blessed be thy tongue for such a wish. He was not born to shame, for upon his brow shame is a shame to sit. For 'tis a throne where honour may be crowned sole monarch of the universal earth. Oh, beast was I to chide at him.
Would you speak well of him that killed your cousin?
Shall I speak ill of him that is my husband? Oh, poor my lord. What tongue shall smooth thy name when I, thou 3 hours wife, have mangled it? But wherefore, villain, didst thou kill my cousin? Thou villain cousin would have killed my husband. Back, foolish tears. Back to your native spring. Your tributary drops belong to woe, which you mistaking offer up to joy. brother Tybot's death that murdered me. I would forget it plain, but presses to my memory like damned, guilty deeds to sinners' minds. Tybot is dead, and Romeo vanished. That vanished. That one word vanished. Romeo is vanished. To hear that word is father, mother, Tybot, Romeo, Juliet, all slain or dead. Romeo is vanished. There is no end, limit, measure, bound in that word's death. No word can that woe sound. Where is my father and my mother, nurse?
Weeping and wailing over Tybot's corpse. Will you go to them? I'll bring you thither.
Wash they his wounds with tears. Mine shall be spent when theirs are dry for Romeo's banishment. Take up these cords. Poor ropes you are beguiled. Both you and I, for Romeo is exiled. He made you for a highway to my bed, but I am made thy maiden widowed. Come court, come nurse, I'll to my wedding bed, and death not Romeo take my maidenhead.
Go I you to your chamber. Oh, I'll find Romeo to comfort you. I know where he is. Hark you, your Romeo will be here at night.
Romeo, come forth! Come forth, thou fearful man!
Father, what news? What is the prince's doom? What sorrow craves acquaintance at my hand, that I yet know not?
Too familiar is my dear son with such sour company. I bring thee tidings of the prince's doom.
What less than doomsday is the prince's doom?
Oh, a gentler judgment vanished from his lips. Not body's death, but body's banishment.
Be merciful and say death. For exile hath far more terror in his look, far more than death. Do not say banished.
From Verona thou art banished. Be patient, for the world is broad and wide.
There is no world without Verona's walls. The purgatory, torture, hell itself. Hence banished is banished from the world, and world's exile is death. Then banished is death misturned. Calling death banished, thou cutt'st off my head with a golden axe, and smilest upon the stroke that murders me.
O deadly sin, O rude unthankfulness, thy fault our law calls death. But the kind prince, taking thy part, hath brushed aside the law and turned that black word death to banishment. This is dear mercy, and thou, well, sees it not.
'Tis torture, and not mercy. Heaven is here, where Juliet lives, and every cat, and dog, and little mouse, every unworthy thing live here in heaven and may look upon her, but Romeo may not. They are all free, but I am banished. And sayest thou that exile is not death? Hast thou no poison mixed? No sharp ground knife, no means of death though near so mean, but banished? Banished to kill me? O friar, the damned use of the word in hell, howling attends it! How hast thou the heart, being a divine, a ghostly confessor, a sin absolver, and my friend professed, to mangle me with the word banish head?
Thou fond mad man, hear me a little speak.
Oh, wouldst thou speak more of banishment?
I'll give thee other against that word, and versity's sweet-built philosophy, to comfort thee though thou art banished.
Hang on philosophy.
What?
Unless philosophy can make a Juliet, displant a town, reverse a prince's doom, it matters not. It prevails not. Talk no more.
Then I see that mad men have no ears.
How can they? When wise men have no eyes.
Let me dispute with thee of thy estate.
Thou canst not speak of thou that does not feel. Wert thou as young as I, Juliet thy love, Tybalt murdered, and thou art but married, doting like me and like me vanishing. Then mightst thou speak, then mightst thou tear out thy hair, then mightst thou fall to the ground as I do now, taking the measure of an unmade grave.
Who knocks? Quickly, Romeo, hide thyself.
I will knock!
Anon, quick, thou wilt be taken. Hide for pity's sake, hide thyself. Go, down. Anon, I come. Quickly, hide. Who comes? Whence your will?
Let me in, you from nowhere. Good company, Lady Juliet.
Welcome then. Come in.
Oh, holy friar. Oh, tell me, holy friar, where is my lady's lord? Where is Romeo?
There on the ground, with his own tears made drunk.
Why, he is even in my mistress' case. Just in her case. Woeful sympathy, piteous predicament. Why, even so lies she, weeping and blubbering and weeping. Stand up! Stand up! Stand and you'll be a man! Rise for her sake, rise!
Nurse,
Oh, death's the end of it all.
speakest thou, Juliet? How is it with her? Does she not think me an old murderer? Now I have stained the childhood of our joy, with blood removed so little from her own. How is she? And how does she? And what says she of our cancelled love?
She says nothing, but weeps and weeps and weeps, and falls down on her bed and then starts up again. And on Tybalt calls, and then on Romeo cries, and then falls down again.
As if that name, shot from the deadly level of a gun, did murder her. As that name's cursed hand did murder her kinsman. Oh, tell me, friar, tell me, on what part of this fine anatomy does my name lodge? Tell me that I may sack this hateful mansion.
Hold thy desperate hand! Art thou a man? Thy form denotes thou art, but thy tears are womanish, and thy wild acts denote the unreasonable fury of a beast. By my holy order, I thought thy disposition better ordered. What? Wouldst thou slay thyself? Didst thou slay Tybalt? Slay thyself, thy love that in thy life livest? Come, rouse thee then. Thy lady lives. In whose dear sake thou wast but lately dead. There thou art happy. Tybalt would kill thee, but thou slewest Tybalt. There thou art happy. The law that threatened death becomes thy friend and turns that black word to exile. There thou art happy. A pack of happiness lights upon thy back. Happiness courts thee in her best array. But thou, like a mishaving and sullen wench, pounce at thy fortune, at thy love. Take care. Take care, for such die miserable. Go. Get thee to thy love as was decreed. Ascend her chamber hence and comfort her. But look, thou stay not till the watch be set, for thence thou cannot. To Mantua, where thou shalt live till we have find the time to blaze your marriage, reconcile your friends, beg pardon of the prince, and call thee home with 20,100,000 times more joy than thou went forth in lamentation. Go thus, commend me to thy lady, bid her hasten all the house to bed, which a heavy sorrow makes them apt unto. Romeo is coming.
Oh, I could have stayed all night to hear such counsel. What learning is. My lords, I'll tell my lady you will come.
Do so, and bid my sweet prepare to chide.
I make haste. Rose late.
How well my comfort is revived by this.
Go, get thee gone, 'tis late. And this is all thy state. Either be gone before the watch is set, or by break of day disguised. From hence sojourn in Mantua. I'll find out thy man, and he shall signify to thee from time to time every good hap that chances here. Good night, and farewell, farewell.
But a joy past joy calls out on me. It was a grief, so brief that did part with thee. And farewell.
Farewell.
Things have fallen out so unluckily, sir, that we have not had time to move our daughter. It is very late. She'll not come down tonight. I promise you, but for your company, I would have been in bed an hour ago.
These times of woe afford no time to woo. Madam, good night. Commend me to your daughter.
I will, and know her mind early tomorrow. Tonight she's mewed up to her heaviness.
Sir Paris, I will make a desperate tender of my child's love. I think she will be ruled in all respects by me. Nay, more, I judge it not. Wife, go you to bed, go you to Juliet, ere you go to bed, acquaint her here of my son Paris' love, and bid her, mark you me, on Wednesday next, but soft, what day is this?
Monday.
Monday, yeah, Wednesday's too soon. A Thursday let it be, a Thursday tell her, she shall be married to this noble earl. Will you be ready? Do you like this haste? You'll keep no great ado, or are you, Tybalt being slain so late, it may be thought we held him carelessly, being our kinsman, if we revel much. Therefore we'll have half a dozen friends and no more. But what say you to Thursday?
My lord, I would that Thursday were tomorrow.
Get you gone then, sir. It's just, wife going to Juliet and get her ready for the wedding. It may be, sir, it's so very late, you may think it's early by and by. Oh.
Nightingale. Look, love, what envious streets do lace the severing clouds of yonder east? Night's candles are burnt out, and yonder lakes are the tinge on the misty mountain top. I must go and live, or stay and die.
Yon light is not daylight, I know it. It is some meteor that the sun sails to be to thee this night a torchbearer, and guide thee on thy way to Mantua. Therefore stay yet, thou needst not be gone.
Let me be tamed. Let me be put to death. I am content so, thou wilt have it so. I'll say that yon grey is not the morning's eye, nor that is not the lark whose notes do beat the vaulty heaven so high above our heads. I have more care to stay than will to go. How is my soul? Oh, let us talk, it is not day.
It is the lark that sings so out of tune, straining harsh discourse and unpleasing chant. Some say the lark makes sweet division. This doth not so, for she divideth us. Oh, it is the morrow, hence be gone away. But more light and light it grows.
More light and light, more dark and dark our woe.
Madam,
Nurse?
your lady mother is coming to your chamber. The day is broke. Be wary. Look about.
Then window let day in and let life out.
Oh. the one kiss and I'll descend.
Will there be gone so? Love, lord, husband, friend. I must hear from thee every day, in the hour, in a minute that are many days. Oh, by this count, I shall be much in years ere again I behold my Romeo.
Farewell. I will admit no opportunity to take thy greetings, love, to thee.
Thinkest we shall ever meet again?
I doubt it not. And all of this sorrow will serve as such sweet discourse in our times to come.
Oh God, I've an ill divining soul. Methinks I see thee now, thou art so low as one dead at the bottom of a tomb. Even my eyesight fails, or thy look is pale.
Trust me, love. So do you. Dry sorrow drinks our blood. Adieu.
Fortune, fortune! All men call thee fickle. If thou art fickle, fortune, what dost thou with him that is renowned for faith? Be fickle, fortune, for then I hope thou wilt not keep him long, but send him back. Home, daughter, are you up?
Why, how now, Juliet?
Madam, I am not well.
Evermore weeping for your cousin's death? What, wilt thou wash him from his grave with tears?
And if thou couldst not make him live. Therefore have done.
Some grief shows much of love, but much of grief shows still some want of wit.
Yet let me weep for such a feeling loss.
So shall you feel the loss, but not the friend which you weep for.
Feeling so the loss I cannot choose, but ever weep a friend.
Well, girl, thou weepst not so much for his death, but as the villain lives which slaughtered him.
What villain, madam?
That same villain, Romeo.
Villain and he may be many miles asunder. God pardon him, I do with all my heart, and yet no man like he doth grieve my heart.
That is because the traitor murderer lives.
Aye, madam. From the reach of these my hands would none but I might venge my cousin's death.
Oh, we will have vengeance for it. Fear thou not. Then weep no more. I'll send to one in Mantua, shall give him such an unaccustomed dram, that he shall soon keep Tybalt company. And then I hope thou wilt be satisfied.
Madam, I never shall be satisfied with Romeo until I behold him dead. Madam, if you could find out that a man to bear a poison, I would temper it. That Romeo should, upon receipt thereof, soon sleep in quiet. Oh, how my heart abhors to hear him named and cannot come to him. To wreak the love I bore my cousin upon his body that slaughtered him.
Find thou the means, and I'll find such a man. But now, I'll tell thee joyful tidings, girl.
Joy comes well in such a needy time. What are they, I beseech your ladyship?
Well, thou hast a careful father, child. One who, to put thee from thy heaviness, hath sorted out a sudden day of joy for you, of which thou expects not, nor I looked not for.
Madam, in happy time, what day is that?
Marry, my child, early next Thursday morn, the young, gallant, noble gentleman, the County Paris, at St. Peter's Church, shall happily make thee there a joyful bride.
Now by St. Peter's Church and Peter too, he will not make me there a joyful bride. I wonder at this haste ere I should wed, ere he should be husband comes to woo. I pray you tell my lord and father, madam, I will not marry yet. And when I do, I swear it shall be Romeo, whom you know I hate rather than Paris.
Here comes your father. Tell him so yourself, and see how he will take it at your hands. When the sun sets, the earth doth drizzle dew. But for the sunset of my brother's son, it rains downright. How now, a conduit girl? What, still in tears, evermore showering? In one small body thou counterfeitst a gale, a wind, a bark, a sea. For still thine eyes, which I may call the sea, do ebb and flow with salt tears. The bark thy body is, sailing in the salt tide. The winds thy sighs, who, raging with thy tears, and thee with them, without a sudden calm would overset thy tempest-tossed body. How now, wife, have you delivered to her our decree?
Aye, sir, but she will none. She gives you thanks, and with the fool were married to her grave.
Soft,
Take me with you, wife. Take me with you. How will she none? Does she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Does she not count her blessed, and worthy as she is, that we have brought so worthy a gentleman to be her bride?
Not proud that you have, thankful that you have. Proud can I never be of what I hate, but thankful even for hate that is meant love.
How? Chop logic! What is this? Proud, and I thank you, and I thank you not, and yet I not thank you not! Pride me no prides, and thank me no thanking, but fettle your fine joints against Thursday next to go with Paris to St. Peter's Church, or by my soul I'll drag you there in a hurdle! Out you green sickness carrion! Out you baggage, you tallow face!
Fie, what are you, mad? Good father, I beseech you on my knees, hear me with patience, but to speak a word.
Thou disobedient wretch! I tell thee what, get thee to church a Thursday next, or never after look me in the face. Answer not, say nothing, do not speak, my fingers itch. What? We scarce thought us blessed, that God lent us but this one child. But now I see, this one is one too much, and that we have a curse in having her. Out of your building!
God in heaven bless her! Were you all to blame, my lord, to rate her so?
And how now, Mistress Wisdom, hold your tongue. Go smack it with your gossips, go!
I speak no treason!
God ye godden!
Me not once speak!
Peace, ye mumbling fool! Utter your wisdom over a gossip's bowl, for here we need it not!
You are too hot.
God's bread, it makes me mad! Day, night, work, play, alone, in company, still it hath been my care to have her matched. And having now provided a gentleman of noble parentage, of fair demean, youthful and noble in line, stuffed with honourable parts and proportioned as one's wish you'd have a man, and to have a wretched, puling fool, a whining mammoth, in her fortune's regard to answer, I'm too young, I cannot. Please, forgive me. Ah! But, and you will not wed, I will forgive you. Grace, could you will, you shall not house with me. Look to it, think on't, I do not use to jest. Thursday draws near. May hand and heart advise. And you be mine, I'll give you to my friend. And you be not, hang, starve, beg, die in the streets, for by my soul, I'll never acknowledge thee, nor what is mine shall never do thee good. Think on't, look to it, I'll not be forsworn.
Pity sitting in the clouds that sees into the bottom of my grave. Oh, sweet my mother, cast me not away. Delay this marriage for a month, a week. Or if thou wilt not, may that bridal bed in that dim monument where Tybalt lies. Talk not to me, for I'll not speak a word. Do as thou wilt, for I have done with thee. Oh God. Oh no! How shall this be prevented? My husband is on earth and my faith in heaven. How shall that faith return again to earth unless my husband send it me from heaven by leaving earth? Comfort me, counsel me. Alack, that heaven should practice stratagems upon so soft a subject as myself. Has there no word of joy? Some comfort?
Faith, here it is. Romeo is banished, and all the world to nothing that he dares ne'er come back to challenge you. And if he do, it must needs be myself. So as the case stands as it does, I think it best you be married to the council. Oh, he's a lovely gentleman. Romeo's a dish clout to him. Oh, an eagle, madam, hath not so fair, so quick, so green an eye as Parasite. Beshrew my heart, I think you will be happy in this second match, for it excels your first. And if it did not, your first is dead, or as good as he were here living, and you have no use to him.
Speakest thou from the heart?
Aye, and my soul, or else beshrew them both.
Amen.
What?
Go in, and tell my lady mother I am gone, having displeased my father, to-morrow itself, to make confession and be absolved.
Marry I will, when it is wisely done.
Ancient damnation! O most wicked thief! Is it more sin to wish me thus forsworn, or to dispraise my lord with that same tongue which he hath praised him with above compare so many thousand times before? Go, counsellor. Thou and my bosom henceforth shall be twain. I will to the friar to know his remedy. If all else fails, myself have power to die.
On Thursday, sir? Time is very short.
My father Capulet will have it so, and I am nothing slow to slack his head.
You say you do not know the lady's mind. Uneven runs the course, and I like it not.
Immoderately she weeps the tipple to death. Therefore I have little thought of love. For Venus smiles not in a house of tears. Now, sir, her father counted dangerous that she doth give her sorrow so much sway, and in his wisdom hastes our marriage to stop the inundation of her tears, which, too much minded by herself alone, may be put from her by society. Now do you know the reason for this?
Would I do not why it should be slowed? Ah, here comes the lady towards my cell.
Happily met, my lady, and my wife.
That may be, sir, when I may be a wife.
That maybe must be love on Thursday next.
What must be, shall be.
That's a certain text.
Come you to make confession to this father?
To answer that, I should confess to you.
Do not deny to him that you love me.
I will confess to you that I love him.
So will ye. I'm sure that you love me.
If I do, it will be of more price being spoke behind your back than to your face. Are you at leisure, Holy Father, now, or will I come to you at evening mass?
My leisure serves me, pensive daughter, now. Sir, I must entreat time alone.
God shield I should disturb devotion.
Juliet, on Thursday early I will rouse ye. Till then, adieu. And keep with this, thy holy kiss.
Oh, shut the door, and when thou hast done so, come weep with me. Past cure, past help, past hope.
Oh, Juliet, I already know thy grief. It strains me past the compass of my wits. I hear thou, master, nothing may prorogue it. On Thursday next be married to this count.
God joins my heart and Romeo's to our hands. And ere this hand by thee to Romeo sealed, shall be the label to another deed. Or my true heart with treachery and revolt turn to another, and this shall slay them both. Therefore, out of thy long experienced time, give me some present counsel. If in thy wisdom thou canst offer no help, do thou but call my resolution wise, and with this knife I'll help it presently.
I do spy a kind of hope, but it craves as desperate an execution as that is desperate which we would prevent. If rather than to marry County Paris. Thou hast the strength of will to slay thyself. Is it likely that thou wilt undertake a thing like death to chide away this shame?
Or bid me leap rather than marry Paris off the battlements of any tower, or walk in thievish ways, or chain me with the roaring bears, or hide me nightly in a charnel house, overcovered with dead man's rattling bones, and reeky shanks, and yellow chapless skulls, or bid me go to a new-made grave, and hide me with a dead man in his shroud. All these things to have heard told would have made me tremble. I will do without fear or doubt to live an unstaged wife to my sweet love.
Hold then, be of good cheer, go home, give consent to marry Paris. When? Wednesday is tomorrow. Tomorrow night, look that thou lie alone. Let not the nurse lie with thee in thy chamber. Take thou this vial, being then alone in bed, and this distilling liquor drink thou off, when presently through all thy veins shall run a cold and drowsy humour, for no pulse shall take his native progress but surcease, no life, no breath shall testify thou livest, the roses in thy lips and cheeks shall turn to palest ashes, and thy eyes' windows fall like death, when he shuts up day of night. Each part, deprived of supple government, shall stiff and stark and cold, appear like death. And in this shrunken likeness of death shalt thou continue 42 hours, and then awake as from a pleasant sleep. Now, when the bridegroom in the morning comes to rouse thee from thy bed, there thou art, dead. Then, as the manner of our country is, and in thy best robes, uncovered on the bier, shalt thou be carried to that same ancient vault where all the kindred of the Capulet do lie. Meantime shall Romeo by my letters know our drift, and hither shall he come, and he and I will watch thy waking. That very night shall Romeo bear thee to Mantua, if no inconstant toy nor womanish fear abate thy valour in the acting arts.
Give me, tell me not of fear.
Hold then, be strong and prosperous in thy resolve. I'll send a friar with speed to Mantua, with my letters to thy lord.
Love give me strength, and strength shall help afford. Farewell, dear father.
Why, how now, my headstrong? Where have you been gadding?
Where I have learnt me to repent the sin of disobedient opposition to thou and your behest, and I am enjoined by Holy Lawrence to fall prostrate here to beg thy pardon. Pardon, I beseech thee, henceforth I am ever ruled by you.
Go tell the county he must know of this. I will have this knot knit up tomorrow morning.
I met the youthful Lord of Friar Lawrence Cell, and I gave him what becomes love I might, not stepping over the bounds of modesty.
Why, I'm glad on. Stand up. This is how it should be. Marry, go, I say, and tell the county. Bring him thither.
Nurse, will you go with me to sort such needful ornaments as you think fit to furnish me tomorrow?
Oh, no, not till Thursday. There is time enough.
Go and ask for son. We'll be church tomorrow.
We shall be short in our provision. 'Tis now near night.
Hush, wife, I will still about it. All things shall be well, I warrant you. You go to Juliet and deck her up against this marriage. I will not to bed tonight. Let me alone. My heart is wondrous light. But this same wayward girl is now so reclaimed.
Yes, those attires are best, but gentleness, I pray thee, leave me to myself tonight, for I have need of many horizons to move the heavens, to smile upon my state, which, well thou knowest, is cross and full of sin. Who? Are you busy? Need you my help? No, madam, we have cold such needs as are behoveful of our stay tomorrow. Now I pray you, now please let me now be left alone. And let the nurse sit up with you tonight, for I am sure you have your hands full in this oh so sudden business. Good night. Get thee to bed and rest, for thou hast need. Farewell. God knows when we shall meet again. Come, Vile. What if this mixture do not work at all? Will I be married then tomorrow morning? No. This shall forbid it. Lie thou there. What if it be poison, which the friar subtly hath ministered to have me dead? Least in this marriage he should be dishonoured because he married me before to Romeo. For I fear it is, and yet methinks it should not, for he hath still been tried a holy man. What if when I am laid in the tomb, I wake before the time that Romeo come to redeem me? There's a fearful thought. Shall I not then be stifled in the vault, into whose foul mouth no hellsome air breathes in, and there die strangled ere my Romeo comes? Or if I live, it's not very like the horrible conceit of death and night, together with the terror of the place where bloody Tybalt, yet but green in earth, lies festering in his shroud, where, as they say, at some hours of the night, spirits resort. No, alas, it is not like that. So early waking, what with loathsome smells and shrieks like mandrakes torn out of the earth, that living mortals hearing them run mad. Oh, if I live, shall I not be distraught, environed with all those hideous fears, and madly play with my forefather's joints, and pluck the mangled Tybalt from its shroud, and in this rage with some great kinsman's bone, as with a club, dash out my desperate brain. I think I see my cousin's ghost. Stay, Tybalt, stay. Romeo, here's drink. I drink to thee.
Juliet! Foster you are at her. Why lady, why lamb? Boy, you slug a bed. What love I say? Mistress, sweetheart, white bride. What, now a word? Oh, you take your penny worth. Sleep for a week. For the next night I while at the county Paris to set up his rest, that you will rest but little. God forgive me. Now we lay there. What sound she is asleep? We must needs wake her. Madam! Madam! Oh, let the county take you in your bed. That will point you up in faith when it not be. What? Dressed and in your clothes and down again? We must needs wake you, lady. Lady? Lady? Alas, she's dead! Help! Help, my lord, my lady!
What noise is here?
Oh, lamentable day!
What is the matter?
Oh, look, oh, heavy day!
Oh me, my child! Oh, my only life, revive! Look up, or I will die with thee! Help! Call help! Help!
For shame! Bring Juliet forth, her lord is come.
She's dead! She's deceased! She's dead!
Back the day! She's dead! She's dead! She's dead!
Ah, let me see her.
Oh, out! Alas, she's cold. Her blood is settled. Her joints are stiff. Oh, life and those limbs have long been separated. Death lies on her like an untimely frost on the sweetest flower of all the field.
Oh, lamentable day!
Woeful time!
Death that hath ta'en her hence to make me wail, ties up my tongue, and stops me speaking.
Come, is the bride ready to go to church?
Ready to go, but never to return. Oh, son, the night before thy wedding day has death lain with thy bride. There she lies, flower as she was, deflowered by him. Death is my heir, death is my son-in-law, my daughter he hath wedded, I will die and leave him all things are death's.
How long have I waited to see this morning's face? Doth it give me such a sight as this?
Accursed, unhappy, wretched, hateful day! Most miserable hour that e'er time saw in passing labour of his pilgrimage. But one poor and loving child, but one thing to rejoice and solace in, and cruel death hath catched it from my sight.
Woe, woeful day! Most lamentable day, most woeful day that I've ever yet beheld.
Uncomfortable time, why camest thou now to mother solemnity? Oh child, my soul and not my child, dead art thou. Alack, my child is dead, and with my child my joys are buried. Oh.
Be so for shame. Confusion's cure lies not in these confusions. Heaven and yourself hath part in this fair maid. Now heaven hath all. Your part in her you could not keep from death. But heaven keeps his parts in eternal life. Therefore dry your tears. Stick your rosemary upon this fair corse, and as the custom is, and in her best array, bear her to church.
All things that were ordained festival turn to black funeral. Our wedding marches to a sad burial feast. And all things change them to the contrary.
Sir, go you in, and madam, go with him, and you, Sir Paris. Go everyone, and prepare to follow this fair course unto her grave.
I should believe the flattering truth of sleep. My dreams presage some joyful news at hand. My bosom lord sits lightly in his throne, and all this day an unaccustomed spirit lifts me with cheerful thoughts from the ground. I dreamt a dream my love came and found me dead. Strange dreams that give a dead man leave to think, and breathe such sighs with kisses, that I was revived and became an emperor. News from Verona! How now, Benvolio? How is my love? Is my father well? How is Juliet? For nothing can be ill if she is well.
Oh, then she is well, and nothing can be ill. Her body sleeps in Cabell's monument, and her immortal part with angels lives. I saw her lay low in her kindred's vault, presently made post to tell it you. Pardon me for bringing such ill news, since you did leave it for my office.
Is it even so? Then I defy you, stars! Thou knowest my lodging! Fetch me in Campeca. I will hence tonight.
I pray you patience, cuz. Your looks are pale and wild, and do portend some misadventure.
Thou art deceived. Leave me, and do the thing I bid thee do. Hast thou no letters from that friar?
No, good cuz.
It matters not. Oh, Juliet, I will lie with thee tonight. Let's see to meet. Oh, mischief, how swift thou art to enter the thoughts of desperate men. I do remember an apothecary, and hereabouts. What ho, apothecary! Apothecary!
Who calls so loud?
Come hither, man! I see thou art poor. Here's 40 ducats. Fetch me a dram of poison, such soon speeding gear, that will through all the veins disperse, and the life-weary taker will fall dead.
Such mortal drugs I have, but mantuous law is death to any he that utters them.
Art thou so bad, and full of wretchedness, and fearest to die? Famine is in thy cheeks. The world is not your friend, nor the world's law. The world affords no law to make thee rich.
My poverty, but not my will, consents.
I pay thy poverty, and not thy will.
Put this in any liquid thing you will, and drink it off. And if you had the strength of 20 men, would dispatch you straight.
Here's your gold. Do more murder in this world. More murder in this loathsome world than these poor compounds thou mayest not sell me. I have sold thee poison. Thou hast sold me none.
Welcome from Mantua. What news from Romeo? Or if his word be writ, give me his letter.
Going to find a holy brother out, one of our order to accompany me, and finding him here in the city visiting the sick, the searchers of the town, fearing we were in a house wherein the dreaded man who did reign, sealed up the doors and would not let us forth. So my progress to Mantua there was stayed.
Well, who bare my letter then to Romeo?
I could not send it. Here it is again. Who'll get a messenger to bring it to thee so fearful with an infection?
By my brotherhood, this is not good. This letter is not brief, but full of charge, of great import, and the neglecting of it may do much danger. Friar John, go get thee an iron crow, and bring it straight unto my cell. Go, go.
Brother, I'll go bring it to thee.
What unhappy chance. Now must I to the monument alone. 'Tis yet but 3 hours till Juliet wakes. She will beshrew me much that Romeo hath not heard of this. But I will write again to Mantua, and meantime keep her closely at my cell. Poor living corpse, locked in a dead man's cell.
There's no time for us. There's no place for us. What is this thing that builds our dreams? It tips away from
I will be gone, cuz, and I'll trouble you. Hold. Take this letter. Early in the morning, see thou deliver it to my lord and father. Thou art be trusting and prosper. Thou detestable maw, thou foul womb of death, gorged with the dearest morsel of the earth. What cursed foot wanders this way tonight?
This is that banished, haughty Montague that murdered my love's cousin, with which grief it is supposed the fair creature died. Stop thou unhallowed toil, vile Montague. Can vengeance be pursued further than death? Condemned villain, obey and go with me, for thou must die.
Indeed I must, and therefore came I hither. Good gentle youth, leave me and fly hence.
I do defy thy conjuration, and apprehend thee for a felon here.
Would thou provoke me? Would thou? Would thou? Have it thee way! Let me peruse this face. Mercutio's kinsman, noble county Paris, one rid with me and sound this fortune's book. I'll bury thee our triumphant grave. The grave! Oh no! A lantern slaughtered youth. Here lies Juliet. And her beauty doth make this vault a feasting presence full of light. My love. My wife. That hath sucked the honey from thy lips. Had no power on my beauty yet. Thou art not conquered. beauty's ensign is but crimson in thy lips and in thy cheeks. Death's pale flag is not advanced there. Juliet, why art thou so fair? Shall I believe that unsubstantial death is amorous, and that the leaner-born monsters do keep thee here in darkness to be his harassment? For fear of this, I will never leave this place. Here will I remain, in this palace of dim night, with worms that are thy chambermaids, that set upon the everlasting rest, and shake the yoke of inauspicious stars from the work-wearied flesh. Eyes, look your last. And arms, take your last embrace. And lips, all the doors of breath seal with a righteous kiss, a dateless bargain to engross in death. Come, bitter conduct. Come and savoury guide. Here's to my love. Oh, true apothecary, thy drugs are quick. Thus, with a kiss,
God send me my speed, how oft have I all been stumbled and grazed. Romeo! Romeo! What unhappy hour is guilty of this lamentable chance? The lady stirs.
Oh, comfortable friar. Where is my lord? Do you remember well where I should be, and here I am? Where is my Romeo?
Come from this nest of death, contagion, and unnatural sleep. A greater power than we can contradict hath thwarted our intents. Here lies thy Romeo, dead at thy feet. Come, come with me. I'll dispose with thee amongst the sisterhood of holy nuns. What noise is that? Quick, Juliet, come, the watch will come, we will be taken. Come forth, I pray you, I beg thee, come with me. I dare no longer stay. Juliet, come forth.
Go, get me hence, for I will not away. What's this? A cup closed in my true love's hand. Poison, I see, hath been his timeless end. Gerald, drunk all and left no friendly drop to help me after. I will kiss thy lips. Haply some poison yet doth hang on them.
place.
This adventure is so early up that calls our person from our morning rest.
A noble prince. The Count of Paris slain. And Romeo dead. And Juliet dead before, woman you killed.
Search, seek, and know how this foul murder comes. Search about the churchyard. Go, whoever you find, attach.
What can it be that this so shriek aloud? Oh, heavens! Oh, my daughter bleeds. Oh, this dagger hath been stained. But its house is empty in the back. Oh, what here? I don't Smith sheathing in my daughter's breast.
Oh me, this sight of death is as a bell that warns my old age to a sepulchre.
Come, Montague, for thou art early up to see thy son and heir now early down.
Alas, my liege, my wife is dead tonight. Grief of my son's exile hath stopped her breath. What further woe conspires against mine age?
Look, and thou shalt see.
O thou untaught, what manners is it this to press thy father to a grave?
Seal up the mouth of outrage for a while, till we can clear these ambiguities. Bring forth the parties of suspicion.
I am the greatest, able to do the least. Here I stand both to impeach and purge. Myself condemned, myself excused.
Then say at once what thou dost know in this.
This Romeo, their dead, was husband to that Juliet, and she, their dead, that Romeo's faithful wife. I married them, and their stolen wedding day was Tybalt's doomsday, whose untimely death banished the new-made bridegroom from this city. You, to remove the siege of grief from her, betrothed, and would have married her perforce to county Paris. Then comes she to me, with wild looks bids me devise some means to rid her of this second marriage, or else here in my cell there would she kill herself. Then came I her, so tutored by my art, a sleeping potion, which took effect as I intended. Then wrote I to Romeo that he should hither come and help to take her from her kindred's vault. But he that bore my letter, Friar John, was stayed by accident, and yesternight we turned the letter back. Then came I all alone at the prefixed hour of her waking, meaning to keep her closely at myself till I could conveniently send to Romeo. But when I came, some minutes before she woke, there, untimely lady, noble Paris and true Romeo, dead. The lady woke, and I entreated her to bear this work of heaven with patience. But then a noise did scare me from the tomb, and she so desperate would not come with me, but as it seems did violence upon herself. All this I know, and to the marriage the nurse is privy. And it ought in this miscarried by my fault, let my old life be taken some hour before his time, and be subject to the rigor of severest law.
still have known thee for a holy man. Where be these enemies? Capulet, Montague, see what a scourge is laid upon your hate, that heaven finds means to kill your joys with love. And I, for those your discourse too, have lost a brace of kinsmen. All are punished.
Lord Montague, give me your hand. For this is my daughter's jointure. No more can I demand.
But I can give thee more. For I will raise her statue in pure gold. That whilst Verona by that name is known, there shall no figure at such rate
Miscarried by my fault, let my old life be taken some hour before his time, and be subject to the rigor of severest law.
We still have known thee for a holy man. Where be these enemies? Capulet, Montague, see what a scourge is laid upon your hate, that heaven finds means to kill your joys with love. And I, for those your discourse too, have lost a brace of kinsmen. All are punished.
Lord Montague, give me your hand. For this is my daughter's jointure. No more can I demand.
but I can give thee more. For I will raise her statue in pure gold. That whilst Verona by that name is known, there shall no figure at such
Miscarried by my fault, let my old life be taken some hour before his time, and be subject to the rigor of severest law.
We still have known thee for a holy man. Where be these enemies? Capulet, Montague, see what a scourge is laid upon your hate, that heaven finds means to kill your joys with love. And I, for those your discourse too, have lost a brace of kinsmen. All are punished.
Lord Montague, give me your hand. For this is my daughter's jointure. No more can I demand.
but I can give thee more. For I will raise her statue in pure gold. That whilst Verona by that name is known, there shall no figure at such rate be set as that of true and faithful Juliet.
As well by his love shall Romeo lead, poor victims of our enmity.
A grooming peace this morning with it brings. The sun for sorrow will not show his head. Go hence to have more talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned, and some punished, for never was the story